This another wonderful day. It's been nice having my young wonderful people here on the studio. This is Your Image, your public relations program on TV. I'm your anchor, Akin Okudero. Last week, we had the veteran YS Karim on siege, and we forayed into the issue of culture and nation building. I'm glad to welcome you once again.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you for those knowledge, those exposition that you give to us. You're welcome. And we also have Mrs. Taiwo Odebi, the head teacher and the school administrator, who also was with us to narrate the role of teachers in molding the youth for nation building. Madam, you're welcome once again.
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
We believe that teachers are impacting knowledge on the young ones, the adolescents, and even the youths. How do you see the role of a teacher in impacting knowledge?
Thank you, sir. Part of the qualities of a teacher, the first one that is very important, is to serve as a role model to the kids. And you, as the role model, the learners are looking up to you. The way you dress, the way you eat, the way you talk in the society. At times, these learners will not even listen to their parents at home. They concentrate more on whatever the teachers tell them to do. So as a teacher, I will just implore everyone that we should please continue to serve as a role model to the learners by the mode of dressing, the way we speak, and whatever we impart or whatever we teach them. Let it be the right one. Because if you tell a learner that the way you're dressing is not good, when you get home, put on only pants, that is what the learner will go home to tell the parents. My teacher said I have to put on only pants, because it has stick to their memory. So as a teacher, we should try to educate the learners more by the ways of the olden days, not by the civilization nowadays. Because if we should go by the civilization, we will see that we lead the learners astray, they will go astray. But we should just go back to our culture, the ways our forefathers were teaching us morals. How do we teach the learners to behave in the society? Culture should bring peace, unity to everyone in the community, even at home. Culture does not segregate. It makes us to understand that there are also culture, the Yoruba culture, and the Igbo culture. We are one.
Thank you very much. YS, if Mr. Odebi says culture engenders peace, why are we having all these crises all over the world?
You see, let us be frank with ourselves. As I said last week, culture is dynamic. But we have to look deeply into our culture and see where we have been hypocritical. Let me take one or two proverbs. Gambari pafula neko lejonu. That's the proverb of the verse. If you see the Fulani man and the Hausa man killing each other, Yoruba man prefer to stay aloof. Kakakado bale fun gambari, kakukuku. All those things are aspects of our culture that a teacher in the school and the parents as teachers at the home should keep away from the children, and we adults should also desist from it, because little aspects of our culture are dangerous that can cause indoctrination. And you see, while talking about this, the teacher, the parents should allow, if they want the inculcation of a culture to work in the school, the parents should allow the teachers to do their job. I remember while I was young, something happened between me. I was at St. Benedict school then. Something happened in the school. I reported my teacher at home, and my dad and my teacher started exchanging naughty letters. But you see some parents now, Don't touch my daughter, don't touch my son. The issue we have to look at is, she has been saying that we have to go to the days of to the years. The issue is this, issue of corporal punishment. Should we say because while we were young, they beat us? Should we continue with it? Culture is dynamic. We have to look into other areas how to go about it. And thank God for this development. This, what do you call this aspect of education? You play and you teach. What do you call this?
Play with metal.
Aha, that's what we need. So if we could balance our culture with modern teaching system, we will reach where we are going. And sir, the teachers are in a dilemma, so to speak, the way I view it.
Why are they in a dilemma?
It's what you teach, what you ask me to teach, that I will teach. There are some issues in our curriculum we still need to do in the cultural sector. We still need to do a lot of things. Let us look at these issues, sir. Now, last month, the Chinese are celebrating their New Year. I hope you are aware, sir. The Chinese, they are celebrating their New Year with this dragon, whatever. We have our own New Year in our culture. The Yorubas, we have our calendar. But in the olden days, the education was so indoctrinating and is determined by this colonial mentality. They tell us 7 days make a week. It's not a part of our culture, sir. It's wrong. It's not part of our custom. It's the Gregorian calendar that they brought to us. All this we are singing the 12 months of the year. No. The Yoruba people have their own calendar. We have 13 months. 4 days a week. 28 days in a 13 months, 28 days in a month. But what are our kings? All of us, what are we doing to uplift our culture and give the younger ones courage? Let them believe that our forefathers too did something. Because when they want to tell you the 4 days, the first week of Yoruba belongs to Ogun, the second one belongs to Shango, the third one belongs to Obatala, and the other ones to the other gods. They said that, don't go into that one. But let us face the facts, sir. Look into the Gregorian calendar. Monday, Sunday, all those things. But we have to let our younger ones love our culture. Let us bring back the Yoruba calendar, and in every Yoruba state, we should now even be celebrating the calendar, use the Yoruba calendar and celebrate it. The Muslim will celebrate use the Hijra calendar. So what is happening to us?
Well, it's a question that we'll begin to ask ourselves, because the issue starts from the home and it goes to the level of governance and then internationally. But I have seen that nowadays, what we are abandoning is what the people in the Western world are incorporating into their mode of addressing and maybe even societal activities. For example, look at the hairdo that you mentioned last week. The Oyinbos now prefer not to waste their money going to salon and whatever and do our traditional hairdo. They also believe in preparing our own type of food. We are seeing it. So how are you going to sustain or improve on that deviation? Because it's a deviation. How are you going to curb that deviation and then improve on the ethics and knowledge sharing that we need to give to our children?
Thank you, sir. We will continue to teach the learners, to educate the parents, to make them see reasons why we are laying emphasis on these things. Because what I will accept, you won't. And the way I will see things, my own perspective, you might not see it like that. We have 2 teachers. We, the main teachers, and the parents. They are also teachers at home also. What will happen when we tell a learner that it is not until you dress nakedly that you look beautiful, and getting home, the parent is dressing naked?
Let me also ask you,
okay,
when you try to impact those knowledge on the young ones, during your parent-teacher meeting, how have you been also helping to manage the parents so that what you teach the children, they sustain it in their different homes?
Okay, sir. During the PTA meetings, we try as much as possible to educate the parents. We make them see reasons why these things are very, very paramount. And actually, we might not have 100% of their cooperation, but we have most of the parents that do go along with us, and they assist us at home also, based on our culture, the mode of dressing, the way the learners speak in the society, the way they eat, and we have been seeing positive changes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Where's Karim?
So,
I want us to look at the issue of governance and culture. We have seen that those structures, those pillars of culture are being abandoned. Issues of artifacts, issues of statues, issues of that reminds us of our origin, of some prominent activities, symbols, immortalization of people. We are seeing that they are the first target to be demolished in our cities. What's your take on this?
you see, so I always tell, although I'm proud of my state, Ogun State, but I always tell some people that if they allow us in Nigeria to say, change your state, I might likely go to Lagos State, sir.
Why?
If you are going to Lagos through Ajah, when you see the artworks that the Lagos State government put in their roundabouts, you will marvel. Go to Ibadan. But the problem here in Ogun State is that the way the last government constructed our roads, they didn't give room for roundabouts. So all the public artifacts, they were removed. They didn't put consideration into that you need people to relate to their culture in the society. You can put somebody, you can put an artwork there, a statue in the society and a kid will be looking at it, want to become like that person, things like that.
Reminds.
So, but here in Ogun State, I don't know what is happening. We are not really doing that once, sir. I don't know what we are going to overcome.
Can we really blame government in totality? What about the people? What about the traditional rulers?
You see, sir, at times when I look at some artworks, I won't mention it. When you look at them, you see that they are not fit for public places. Though I'm a performing artist, but through the work I did at the cultural
Why do you
center,
say they are not fit for public places?
The artistry, the aesthetics, the beauty should be there. But the government should form maybe a collaboration, the Ministry of Environment and the Ministry of Culture and Tourism. They should look into it, examine a work that's going to put in the public for public view. The strangers will come while we are young. I always see Paris and die. What are they talking about? It is work you will see, the embellishment. So, but as we see it now, we still need to do a lot in that area. We are lagging behind.
What is happening to art festivals, galleries, maybe some art exhibitions and the like? We are not seeing them often as we used to have in those days.
Sir, the issue of the culture, you said something the other time talking about our kings. Maybe had it been some roads, constitutional roads were given to the Obas, I would have suggested that the issue of the cultural sector should be part of the responsibility of the kings. But some kings were looking for political roads, not cultural roads. Our kings, they should just look back how their palaces were in the olden days, how they were decorated. And if you are a king in a city, your palace decorated in the traditional way, and you look at your town, But our kings too are not even talking to the people in power that look here, let the town reflect our culture. And when you look at it, sir, to be realistic, things are not working the way they should work in terms of culture.
Maybe I want to ask again. The traditional rulers are the custodians of our culture and tradition. And within their domain, they have the responsibility, maybe through the annual day of each town that they celebrate, they have the opportunity to exhibit and to make people to imbibe and get more understanding of the cultural attributes that a particular environment has. So why not? Okay,
sir, let us put it like this. Assume that you are a king of in a play. I just come to a king, but I advise you that look for historical figures in your domain and make sure in every area you have a statue there representing a particular historical person. Nidugo of blessed memory wanted to try something at the Olumo. All the heroes in Egba land, they wanted to put them there, their statues over there. Maybe our kings should just determine that, look here, in every area, let there be a statue. Abeokuta will be better than this, Ijebu, whatever. All the areas will be better than what we are having. In the olden days, we know that our culture, people relate with the artifacts.
How do we change the perception that culture is not evil, it's not negative spiritually?
Let me go down historical lane. I've forgotten the name of that Ijebu, the Ijebu about the Ujale. It happened when the British, during the Magma War.
Okay.
When the British, one of the British guys was coming to him, he surrounded himself with the statues of all the gods in Ijebu while talking to them. And the Ijebu made a point then that said that, look here, you people, you want us to imbibe Christianity, whatever. Go there to Abeokuta and Ibadan and your Lagos. The people there are not of better characters than the Ijebu, which was a fact then, sir. The people of Abeokuta, Ibadan, and Eko, they were corrupt. But over there, the Ijebus fear their king. Who dare mention the name of Awujale now? Or the things have changed. They say they mention the name of Awujale. If you dare mention the name of an Awujale or a king in the past, you will be killed. There was fear in the olden days when we talk about culture. But now, who will fear our governor? Who will fear the president?
I will come back to you. Madam, what's your advice for parents on the issue of culture?
My advice is that we should just go back. Actually, it is not everything in the olden days that can be inculcated, but those ones that are very, very important should be paid, and let the learners see reason. Let them know our roots. Let them know how we behave in the olden days. Let them know that if you steal, this is what will happen. Let them know that it is not compulsory for you to be involved in Yahoo Yahoo. Let them see reason. Let them know that in the society, seeing you, they should speak about your background. It goes a long way. So
the way you appear is
yes,
the way you be addressed.
The way you appear is the way you be addressed. The way you dress. When you dress nakedly and they say, who is that? Leave that girl. That's how the mother used to dress. But when you dress decently, you don't need you to tell them who you are before they will chase it back to your house. They will chase it back to your home. They will know, fine, it is the daughter of this person. This is the son of this social person. So my advice to parents is to plead with them, not to forsake, not to just leave our culture behind them. As we, the teachers, are trying our best to teach our learners morals, they should also support in teaching them the morals also.
Thank you very much.
Why, yes? Can you just add one little thing?
Okay.
Because I didn't really tackle it while you asked me. Okay. Some aspects of the African culture are evil.
Okay.
We must not lie about that one. Okay. An example is this. That evil in various grades. In Ile-Ife, Luwo Gbagida was a woman and was a king. Orompoto-Niyu in Oyo was a king. In Ijebu-Ode, Ore-Jege, Ore-Yeye was a king. But ask ourselves, sir, why are we not allowing women to become kings now when they were kings in the past? That is an aspect of our culture that is working against women. Now, let us see that one apart. Traditional medicine is good, but we have to now make sure and let people understand that you, the younger ones, go to the positive side of our traditional medicine and stop this killing about this ritual killing up and down. That one will even make people not to move near our culture, especially the issue, the tradition, the traditional medicine. Many things are good in traditional medicine, but this issue of killing to make money, government have to do. Government is trying on the issue. They are making adverts this and that, but we still have to educate the younger ones. They should run away.
Probably because of lack of education.
A lot of education and
adequate training.
A lack of education and training, and on the part of the government, the economy is not smiling. As you say, borrow raining.
Let's go contemporary. Some of our cultural ways that we neglect, we see them being fully practiced in Brazil and some other countries of the world. Faithfully and progressively too. Why are we not using that as a tourist attraction for Nigeria?
You see, sir, this issue of religion is what's giving us a lot of problem. And when I look at religion at times, I laugh. There's the psychologist, one psychologist, they call it, after Sigmund Freud, Carl Jung, he talk about the collective unconscious. Every people in the world will have a myth. God created the first man, Adam. Everybody will have a myth. Yoruba to have their own. Everybody will have his own religion. The religion we don't want to accept here. They said idol worshippers. The idol worshippers here are not idol worshippers in, what do you call it, in Brazil. And I was at Ijayi whenever I heard that they are doing Odu Jaye. Maybe because I live there, I normally go there. Olomolu. Shiki mami lengbe. When you look at those people, colorful, but you will not see any single government presence there. What we should let people in Brazil come to, and there are some individuals making cool money out of it. But when we keep on looking at our culture as evil, and it's painful, sir. If I ask you to mention the name of God now in your Yoruba language, you say Olorun. But when you want to talk about Olodumare, when you want to talk about evil, devil, you say Eshu. But ask yourself, who gave you that name Olorun? The so-called idol worshippers, they sat down and look at the name. What will we call this God? They said Olorun. You are now using that Olorun, and you are still calling them idol worshippers.
Let me quickly ask you this. In London, you see Ajay House. You see Ajay House. And that is a place that they cherish a lot, that it brings wealth to the city. Why are we not promoting that here? Some years back, I went to Ile-Ife, and I told my friend, look here, I want to see that where you are, let me say the Ajay Shrine. And what I met there, sir, I was shocked. And I just hope that our rich people in Nigeria will go to that place. The Ajay Shrine at Ife, simple. And Yoruba will normally say, pariwo. Unlike other shrines of other gods, nothing there, just simple whatever. You see, sir, when you don't value what you have. Okay, I told somebody in the taxi cab some few days ago, people told us that trees can talk, animism, and we said no. Do you believe?
Excuse me, sir, go on the internet and you'll see something. Just Google it. some scientists discovered that metal, when they were, some metals, when they hit them, they broke into pieces, but later they saw them healing together. And on the internet, even go there again, you see, they did an experiment, flowers talking to flowers. So, what are we now saying?
Well, we can continue to have this discussion because the issue of culture is an unending matter. I'm happy to say you are warmly appreciated.
Thank you very much, sir.
Madam, Mr. Taiwo Odebi, it's nice having you.
Pleasure is mine.
We've just discussed culture and nation building. Of course, it has been a very interesting topic. Viewers, this is how far we can go. Until next week, when we bring you a brand new topic, this is Akin Okudero, your uncle. See you and stay blessed.